Hi, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I see that there's a little bit of a lagging going on. I think it's just on my end. Okay, this is for the month of April. I'll look at it as sort of mid-April until mid-May. What is going on for Sagittarius, please? And in the midst of this, I'm going to post a video about it. We're going to have a beautiful new moon with a solar eclipse in Aries again. Yeah, it's just a lot of changes going on right now. So look out for that one as well, because that's going to be in the midst of this transit, in the midst of this period. Okay, Sagittarius. We're going to start with an overall energy here, and then we're going to go deeper and deeper into that energy. And then we're going to have the angels come out and see if they have something to say to you at the very end. I also want to say that I do still offer personal readings. I haven't been really vocal about it, but I'm still doing that. So please send your request to my email if you're interested, and we'll take it from there. It's all in the description. Sagittarius. What is going on for Sagittarius, please? Maybe take a deep breath. Someone really needs a deep breath. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Even though you're on the go, or even though you're in the car, even though you're fixing food, maybe you're not fully sitting down listening to this message, still just stop for a moment. Just take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. Okay, we're getting some movement here now, so we're gonna get a card in a sec. It doesn't want to come out, but I want to show you. Archangel Raphael. This card for me is about profound healing. This is healing in every corner of who you are. Literally every corner of who you are. This is mental healing, this is emotional healing, this is spiritual healing, this is physical healing. Although the spiritual healing, well, that's debatable, but yeah, this is healing at its best. It's in there. It didn't come out as a core thing, although I think it is the core thing. I think that's the main thing that's going on with you, that there's healing in every corner of your being taking place as we speak. It's almost like I feel like, okay, done. Bye, Sagittarius. That's what's going on for you. That's probably the biggest one that you feel right now, and you're going to continue to feel that for a few moments more. Okay. So the ground energy, the core energy, the general energy here for Sagittarius, please. Such a lighter energy now, as that card sort of flipped and showed you that there's profound healing going on. There's a lightness here now to the energy, to the deck. Opportunity knocks. Go for it. Have you seen the movie Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey? Interstellar. You know when so that's a I'm going to give the entire movie away if you haven't seen it. It's such a spoiler. It's such a spoiler, but hopefully you have seen it. It's such an awesome movie. Okay, I'll say this. So I see this as like worlds. So I see this as different timelines, different realities. There's one reality, there's another reality within the reality. All these bubbles with these different things in them feels like different realities. And at one stage, it feels like we're looking at Sagittarius from this perspective, being in the earth, of the earth. But we're also looking at Sagittarius from another, like from a very spiritual perspective, from a very like guiding perspective, from a different dimension. And it's the interesting thing, and why I brought up Interstellar, maybe without spoiling anything, is that I see both of you are being Sagittarius. It's like you're Sagittarius in this three-dimensional world, but you're also Sagittarius, like your higher being, your higher self. It's like you're sending yourself messages right now. You're giving yourself guidance. You're pointing yourself in the direction of where you need to go right now. And here you are also Sagittarius, like on a very earthly plane, receiving those messages from yourself. So it's like a conversation with yourself, basically. An opportunity knocks, go for it. I just feel like this is a moment in time where there's so many, what do you call them? Variables. So many probabilities. Like there's so many awesome outcomes that could really take place here. And it's like, it's up to you really to grab hold of the opportunity that knocks the loudest, if that makes any sense. It's like, I don't feel like there's one opportunity here that's going to come your way and that's it. I feel like there's something that you've done in your life. Maybe this healing is this healing that is taking place right now is putting you in a different mindset, I even want to use the word time frame, just a different frequency, so that you're now receiving new information, new opportunities, new insights about like moving forward. I think up until this point, Sagittarius, it might even have felt like there's been a block, or there's been a, like however much you've tried all these different things. And this is not very typical Sagittarius, because Sagittarius usually are the ones that has like so many, it's very Gemini about you. Like you have so many things going and you're always the fun, I don't mean that everyone else is dull, but you're always the fun sign to read for it, because there's always the extraordinary, always the little bit outside the box, always the new thinker, the innovator. You've things going for you, like always things going for you. And now it's like you probably have been in a situation. I have little sounds that's going on here simultaneously as I'm doing this reading that was not here before. So let's see how that wants to play into the reading. Or maybe you have little sounds at home that you just don't really understand where they come from. I think that is the higher part of yourself. That is the in being in other dimensions, but still being you, talking to yourself, wanting your attention. It's just a little side note there. Where was I? Can I have my train of thought back, please? Right. Thank you. So it's a feeling of Sagittarius is always up and running. Sagittarius has always all these things going, or this outside of the box going, or whatever. And this has probably been a little bit of a weird time in your life where not much is moving, not much is accelerating. You might not even see like momentum picking up. You might, it doesn't mean that you haven't done anything or that you can't still grow. Maybe you've grown even more so. Maybe like there's been this expansion more so because of the stillness or slowness, if you will, in your life. It's almost like it's been created a space for you to just slow down. Like I started out this reading saying, take a breath, just stop and take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. It just feels like you need that grounding a little bit, that centeredness a little bit, to come into your own, to come into yourself. And from doing all this healing and doing all this centeredness and balancing and all of that, that's going to lead to new opportunities. And like I said, it's not just one. There's a lot that's going to come knocking. So pick the one that feels most, it just speaks to you the loudest. Because if you get a little bit confused, like I want to do that, but I also want to do this, but I also want to, so which would I start with? Start with the one that speaks the loudest to you. What does that mean? Pick the one that makes you feel most excited. The one that you're doing, even though you're so tired, you should have gone to bed like such a long time ago. Or it's the thing that you turn to when you should be doing other things, or, you know. Okay, so going deeper into this message, what do we have here for Sagittarius, please? It's like it's all there. It's going to be time. You have time to do other things as well. I love these horses coming out, which talks about a lot of power. Feels like there's one more. Maybe even two, I was going to say. Wow. Okay. So we're starting with the first card that flew out was Seven of Gabriel. That's reclaiming your power. That's standing in your integrity, taking your power and taking your confidence back. We have Knight of Michael, which is a very fast moving energy. Like I said, now that you've stepped into this healing, now when you've allowed yourself to get more centered and balanced, like things will start to move quickly, really quickly. Then we have Five of Gabriel, which talks about it's not asking you, but it's giving you inspiration. Like, this is a situation that you can handle. It's a situation that you can resolve. This is all about finalizing the puzzle, putting down the final puzzle piece where it all comes together. It is a 5, and it is a little bit of a challenge. It probably feels, whether it feels like it's a challenge or an obstacle or a block or whatever, it's a challenging thing. It's a 5. It's something to get over, but you will get over it. In reclaiming yourself, in standing in your own power, standing up for what you believe in, putting your foot down, perhaps setting boundaries. This is going to help you reclaim your power. And as you step more and more into that power, into that confidence, it's like if you ever saw like a creek or a stream of, it's not like a small little, water, I don't know what that's called, like a small little å or bäck, I would say in Swedish. It's a creek. It's like it's a little bit more flowing of the water. And if you ever like witnessed how the water moves, and maybe there's like a little stick, or there's something that's a little stuck in the water, but by the force of the water, soon enough the stick sort of just gets going. It just gets loose and it gets going. You don't even have to sort of bend down to pick the stick up or to move it along or to like throw other rocks at it so that it gets moving. The stream itself will take care of it. Like the stream itself, with the momentum of the stream, with the strength and the power of the stream, it will take care of the little stick itself. Does that make sense? Is that a good metaphor? It's like once you're doing all this healing, all these opportunities are going to come start knocking. So sorry, I haven't put my phone on silent. It's all going to come knocking, and the more you step into your power and your confidence, the quicker the stream is gonna, and I'm doing air quotes if you're not watching the video, if you're just listening, the more the energy is going to start to pick up, the more the stream is going to get stronger and stronger. So this final puzzle piece, or this little challenge, it's almost like the stick in the stream. You don't even have to do anything about it, because the stream, the momentum of the situation will take care of it. It just will. And then we have a wonderful new idea. Listen to this. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Don't allow this little puzzle piece to hinder you. Don't get discouraged or get off somewhere and go on the rampage of this. That's not going to work because this thing is in the way. Just allow for the momentum to solve it for you. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And Ace of Michael, this is when This is when you're climbing to the highest top. This is when you see things clearly. This is when you've raised your own vibration and you have an overview of your life, of your next step, of your, this is probably a situation that is quite new to you, that you come from this vantage point, you come from this angle, this perspective. And I see a toad. There's a toad sitting up there with you on the mountain. And the toad for me represents, or the frog represents finding small things to feel happy about. Finding the silver lining, if you will. Finding things in your day that maybe is not like something grand that's jumping out at you, or something like someone's giving you a call saying the most extraordinary news or whatever. This is you finding the little things within your day that gives you satisfaction. And that will help you as well. If you just keep your focus there, the other stuff or the other noise won't get in the way. It just won't get in there. An ace is the highest possible energy in any situation. So you're getting higher and higher up there. What seems to be instrumental, what seems to be very important here, is your believe in yourself situation. It's your belief that this is doable, that you can do this, that you're worthy of this. Reclaim that power. Stand up for yourself. Is there anything else we want to add to this situation, please? And we have 2 Michael and 2 Gabriel there. So it's like an equal balance of the help from both Gabriel, which is helping you be more creative with your creative endeavors, that can also be like helping your inner child come out and be more playful. Michael is all about the action forward. We have deception and envy, and it's interesting. We had this card come out for Virgo as well. So if you feel like there's a connection with Virgo, this is just a card in a reading, and it can mean so many different things. It doesn't mean that you have a connection to the other signs. I just feel for whatever reason, Sagittarius, that today it does. Maybe you need to just listen to the Virgo reading and see if that resonates with you, because there's a connection here today. Deception and envy. So this is the similarity of the Virgo reading, was that the Virgo nation, the Virgo energy, the Virgo collective is what I'm trying to say, is all like changing. They're changing on a profound level, and they're getting into places. They're getting on with things that they probably haven't done or shown up as or shown other people in the past. And when you start to change your ways and people around you aren't having any of it, like they're not, what is Virgo doing? What is Sagittarius doing? Like, you're reclaiming your power. Maybe you're putting your foot down and setting boundaries for people that have just expected to be able to do whatever they can do, and all of a sudden Sagittarius has a voice and they're not liking it. Like, they're not, because Sagittarius used to be, you could just talk over you, or you could just, like, if you just give it a little bit of time, and Sagittarius will come around. Like, they'll do this, even though you initially maybe say no. It's like you're changing your mind. You're going to come around and say, oh, I'll do it then, or I'll chip in with that, or I'll help out with that, even though you have like this voice saying, don't do that. You've done enough. You don't have, that's not even your thing to clean up, or that's not even your responsibility. Maybe there's someone there that's really good at making you feel guilty if you don't step up and help with certain things, or it might just be that you're sort of tending to your own needs and tending to yourself. And sometimes when other people see that and they wish that they could do the same thing for themselves, it's easier to sort of pick at someone else for changing their life rather than cleaning up their own, because it's a little bit tough to clean up your own life. So it's easier to just bash someone else for doing what they wish they so it's envy. It's deception and envy. It's someone that wishes that they can do what you're doing. And so just because you're following your path, you're putting your foot down, you're reclaiming your power and your confidence, don't allow other people to rain on your parade. Don't allow other people to, don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. I think you know what this is about. And just like I felt in, like, that's not your business. It's not your responsibility that they have trouble with you getting stronger. It's just none of your business. If they want to flail about, if they want to yap about it, so let them. Is there some final message from the angels, please? Final message for Sagittarius here, please. What do we want to tell Sagittarius, please? That communicate clearly. So there's the second time of the communication thing. I just love this because it's like a new earth, and it's like, I was going to say penguins. They're not penguins, but maybe there's someone that penguins means a lot to. These are dolphins. Last time I checked, these are dolphins. And the dolphins for me represent playfulness, happiness, sharpness, wittiness, cleverness. It's just, they're such a species on their own, and they are communicating. They're communicating through sound, but they're also communicating through telepathy. They just get each other. And so if that is, this is something that's coming into your world, the playfulness, the wittiness, the happiness, just a very, very high vibration. There's something, okay, so I just feel like there's something about communicate clearly. This is when you really, really pay attention to your intuition, what your guides are trying to tell you in moving forward. But this is also to be clear with others. Like, you have the right to speak your mind. It doesn't mean that you have to become a bitch, or it doesn't mean that you have to become like nasty or mean because you speak your mind. It just means that you speak your mind. It just means that you're not quiet anymore. If you feel differently in a situation, you have the right to say so. It's just about like having the guts and having the courage and bravery a little bit to speak up, to say, I hear what you're saying and I can completely understand that you wish that to happen. It's still going to be a no for me. And that's that. To not leak your energy, to not go into any conversations, to not have to defend yourself, to not even have to, you don't have to do anything really. But it's important that you voice yourself, that you speak loudly, so that you clear up a little bit of an imbalance there in your throat chakra and a little bit in your heart as well, solar plexus even. That's going to help you a lot. You have the right to choose your opportunities here. This is what you've been fighting for, like to get back into balance and to heal yourself and become more whole and more loving towards yourself. And as you do, you raise your vibration, and there are all these opportunities. You should not close the door on all those opportunities because you've done the work. And other people have issues with you done the work rather than them doing the work themselves. Okay? I hope that makes sense. That's what I have for you, beautiful Sagittarius. Please send me a message if you're interested in your own personal reading like this. We might look at your journey forward if you need guidance. That's what I have for you. Take care, guys. Bye.